Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Sam Bennett. Welcome to the Organized Artist Company. Welcome to me. Welcome to Sam Unscripted. This is a gathering time, a time to tap into our intuition, our wisdom, our deep knowing about what is true about us and the world. To step outside of a time when, in the rest of the day, maybe when we feel like we have to be getting things done, or we have to be productive, we have to be learning things, we have to be useful, we have to be in motion, to take a moment and say, no, we don't. We can have a moment to be quiet. We can have a moment to reflect. We can have a moment to connect with each other and with ourselves, with the divine. And that's okay. It's not just okay, it's essential. So feeling the essentialness of rest and reflection and prayer time. We're going to do a little breathing. You can let your belly go really poochy soft. You can lift your face up so the sun can find you. Loosen and soften your hands. Loosen and soften your back. Loosen and soften your jaw. If you want to put your hands on your own body, that feels nice sometimes, to hold your chest or your belly or your own hands. Say, hello, body. Hello, body. And we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8, and we'll do that at least 3 times, probably 3 times. And then I'll probably start praying. You ready? Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great Creator, Mother, Father, God, Divine Spirit, we feel you now. We feel cradled in the never-ending infinity sign of love that is this world, that is this breathing moment, that is all things in this moment. There is no past. Everything that happened up to now is gone. And what we think about it is just an opinion. And the future is gone. It's not here. It doesn't exist yet. We can't predict it. We don't know. This moment, this precious moment glowing with golden energy, the light from all of you, the light from all of the people, the thoughts, the breathing, the energy, the love, the hugs and holding, the tender words. It makes a net. And for those of you looking for safety, that is your safety net. The essential loving nature. The benevolent hum of the universe envelops you. The benevolent hum of the universe envelops you. The benevolent hum of the universe envelops you, animates you, motivates you, and moves you without you having to do anything. You're perfect. You don't need to be better or younger or smarter or prettier. You are it. You are you, so divinely expressed as you. The divine expressed as you, the divine expression that is you. You are the hands and feet of God. You are God in action on this planet. your creative spirit, your loving heart, your compassion. You are one with all people and individuated unto yourself all at the same time. And we're so grateful for that unity and for that individuation. Little bits of golden light, walking around the earth in people suits. Amen. Thank you for doing that with me. I got some prayer requests typed into the Q&A. We have people from Ohio and Kenya, and Mariah's in Southern California. Lynn's in Utah. So I love this community, this global community. Mariah says, I just had to take medical leave from work. I'm doing my best to stay positive, but truthfully, I'm scared. Yeah. Let's bring Mariah into the center of the circle. And with her, we place all the parts of us that are on medical leave. We place all the parts of us that are trying to stay positive and the parts of all of us that are truthfully scared. And we join hands around this circle. We join hands around the anxiety. We join hands around that which feels like it's not right. It's not right. It's not right that we would be without energy or that we would be restricted in what our bodies can do. It doesn't feel right. It feels like we want to be healthy and strong. And we know that in each moment we are healthy and strong. We are as healthy and as strong as we are. There is no sense in comparing to the health and strength of others. That's their health and strength. Any more than we would think that somebody else got our height or our eye color or our parents. You couldn't have their parents. You have your parents. You can't have their height. You have your height. You can't have their eye color. You have your eye color. Your health and strength is yours. And whatever its perceived flaws or weaknesses, we must bless it correct. We must say yes to this body. Yes to this perceived weakness. And what a gift to be so certain of the unknown. That which others may take for granted, that which others may write off as insignificant. The broken and unwell parts of us call us to attention to say, you don't know what the future holds. Don't pretend to know. You cannot know what you do not know. So we thank the body for its endless striving towards life. The blood pumps, the oxygen moves, our hair grows, we get hungry, we sleep. This animal body does so much. So we say, thank you, body, and we do not compare this body to other bodies. This is our body. It's perfect for us. It's perfect for us. Your body is perfect for you. Think of all the ways in which your body is perfect for you. Perfectly designed, perfectly accommodating, perfectly loving, perfectly flawed, perfectly broken. I know it's not what we would pick for ourselves. It's not what I would pick for you. But it is. It is. And so to the circumstances of our life, we say, hello, circumstances of our life. You are. Temporarily, you are. And I don't know that you need to feel particularly positive about it. I don't notice that positive people get sick any less than negative people, or that negative people are any less healthy than positive people. I think if you feel like being cynical and mean about it, you should. You're allowed to have feelings. And this enforced positivity, I think, is stressful. So I don't know that we need to feel good about what's happening. I think we need to relax into what's happening. We need to stop arguing with what's happening. We need to stop saying what's happening shouldn't be happening. That's sickness. When we say what's happening shouldn't be happening, that is the sickness. The disease, the unrest, the unwellness in the body, that's just the body doing its best with a lot of the information and support we're giving it. The illness comes when we say, this shouldn't be like this. Because it is. So we relax into reality. We say, okay, reality, what do you have to show me? Where am I in you today? What are you teaching me today? Where is my opportunity today? Where is my invitation? Amen. I'm glad you're giving yourself the time to heal, Mariah. I'm glad you took that leave. I think that's smart. Let's see. There's Donna. Hi on Facebook. Hi, Donna. Nice to see you. Let's see. Patricia says, comparison kills joy, as I have learned. Yes, indeed. She says, you're really right on and like no other. Thank you. Trisha says she saw a woman on TED Talk who talked about the tyranny of positive thinking. She said, expecting to be constantly positive is having dead people's goals. Yeah, the oppressive nature of positivity. It gets really bad in LA, especially in the arts community. You know, everybody's like, I didn't get that part, but it's okay. It's all good. It's okay. It's like, no, it sucks. You're disappointed. Be sad. You know, quit pretending like everything's fine if it's not, you know? And this need to make something positive with the, you know, by compartmentalizing and separating, I think we strip away the real happiness comes when we take off the label of positive or negative and we just say, well, this is happening. This is happening. It's not good or bad. It's just what's happening. And I know notice that the more active I am, and not just active like doing busy, but active in like producing work and staying engaged with people and staying physically active and you know, engaging in the things in my life that matter to me, the more I do feel like I just see results. You know, like, oh, I did that and there was a result. I did that and there was a result. I did that and there was a result. As opposed to I did that and there was a bad result or a good result, or I did that and it was bad or good. Which is not to say we shut off our logic or our knowing of things. That's not, but just the judgment that it's good or bad, because we don't really know. We don't really know. Trisha Mariah says, just to fill out her story. She says, I was at the doctor yesterday and she was trying to tell me I was depressed. And I kept insisting, I'm not depressed. I'm sick. I'm tired and I'm stressed out, but I'm not depressed. There's a difference. Yes, that's true. Thank you for the prayer. I'm staying positive, meaning I'm staying in faith that I will heal. Absolutely, Mariah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Trisha says, I'm feeling sad and unsupported after a bad dream and tough sleep. I'd love a prayer circle moment. Thanks, Sam. Trisha, you asked for it? You get it. You ready? Creator, Mother, Father, God, we call Trisha to the center of the circle and we lift her up and we surround her with light and we take all the parts of ourselves that feel unsupported, that feel tired, that have had a restless night, that are besieged by dreams. We look at those parts of ourselves. And we say, hello, unsupported. Hi, unsupported. I love you, my unsupported pieces. And we say, hello, bad dreams. Hello, bad dreams. I love you, bad dreams. And we say to restless nights and restless souls and tired eyes, we say, hello, hi. Hi, those parts. And we envelop them. We love them. Like we would love a child rubbing their eyes after a bad night. And we snuggle them. And we say, this is temporary. This is illusion. And we sink into the knowing that we could not be more supported. We can lean back, almost as though the energy of the world were a net or like a hammock chair where you could just lean back into it and know that the enormous web of energy that is the world has your back. There are wheels turning that you don't know about. There is support happening that you are not noticing. There is opportunity. There is love. There are people talking sweet about you behind your back. What may feel like a temporary unsupport might be a bunch of people planning a party for you. It might be a removing of things that are unnecessary, things that seemed like support but actually aren't. And those things go away and we go, oh, am I unsupported? No. Because the source of your support is never external. The source of your support is never external. The source of your security is never external. The source of your love is never external. The source of your creativity is never external. And if you ever feel separate from those things, that cannot be, that must be a lie. No wonder it feels so awful to believe that we are unloved, because it's such a terrible lie. It's the lie that feels terrible. The truth is that all the love is within us. And when we know that, if you call to mind all the support and love you've ever had in your life, the people who really believed in you, the people who said encouraging things at a critical moment, the unexpected windfalls, the strokes of good luck, the amazing coincidences that have conspired to your greatest successes, you couldn't even begin to catalog how much support there's been. Can you feel it right now? I think about all the people who've given me chances and said nice things and paid me for things and challenged me and befriended me. I'm helpless in the face of that much support. I can feel it in me right now. And this is why I say the past and the future aren't relevant, because I can call up the feeling from the past. That moment when I was incredibly well supported, I can feel it right now. It is as true right now as it was in the moment, maybe even more so because I'm being more deliberate about it now. This reality I say yes to. We drop the illusion that we have ever been unsupported, that we've ever been rejected or unloved, that we've ever had writer's block or an uncreative moment, that we've ever been unappreciated. Our appreciation comes from within. Our appreciation comes from within. I can feel my ego fighting this. My ego's like, no, I must have other people's appreciation. What do you mean? Appreciation can't come within, it has to come from other people. It's like, no, not really. Not really, because I mean, think of all the times when someone has loved you and you haven't loved them back. Their love didn't make you feel more lovable. Or when you've been appreciated for something that you didn't appreciate about yourself, you didn't notice that appreciation either. It's your appreciation that you notice. It's your love feelings that you notice. When you feel as though you have, that God has stepped away from you, or love has stepped away from you, or support has stepped away from you, it's not, you're just believing some lie. You're just putting up some false partition, like a quilt in a room, like when you were kids, like, this is the line, you stay over there. So we say thank you for the wholeness. Thank you for the wholeness. Thank you for sharing, Trisha. That was a beautiful request. She says, the source of my support is never external. Of course, I remember now. Blessings to you all, and many thanks to you and your beautiful, kind eyes, Sam. Oh, thank you, Trisha. Thank you. Yeah, that's what it is, right? It's remembering. It's remembering. Those of you on the Facebook, somebody was telling me there's a little control, like if you go up to the little dots, you can ask it to always remind you when I'm on live. I don't know if that's true or not, but you can give it a try. Let's see what other prayer requests we have here. Shelley says, hi, Shelley. I've been having weird health symptoms traveling through my body system lately, some that haven't shown for a long time. I'm looking for clarity and or to release and transmute these issues with love and gratitude, because I know it's totally possible. I'm also open to continuing to learn from these discomforts as well, understanding that all things have a purpose. Who knows, it may be helpful for others in the future as I learn from the situation and then share. Let the best occur, let the energy be sent and received for the greatest and highest good of all. Thank you. I don't know, Shelley, you did a pretty good job of praying for yourself right there. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, it's hard to know. It's hard to know what to pray for sometimes, because you're right. Pardon me, we don't know what the best and highest use of our life is, of our body. Again, the world would very much like to tell us that really what's good is young and healthy and everything else isn't that good. But we know that's not true. It can't be true because so few people are young and healthy. Like, and when you have physical restrictions, or emotional restrictions, or mental restrictions, or things that feel like restrictions, again, it doesn't have to be good or bad. It can just be what you navigate with. You do what you can do with what you can. And in just the same way that You know, if a baby were sick and needed extra sleep, we'd say, let the baby sleep. If we're tired and need extra rest, then we say, let ourselves rest. I'm thinking right now about living with depression and how, like, sometimes it's present and sometimes it's less present. I mean, it's always a little bit present, I guess. Sometimes very present. And how it's easy to think of those times as a relapse, but it's not a relapse. It's a re-forward. It's what's happening now. And increasingly getting better at not really having an opinion about depression. I can't always pull this off, but occasionally I can manage to not have an opinion about depression. I can manage to feel like, yeah, okay, well, that happens. You know, in the same way that, I don't know, sometimes my knee hurts a little bit. Like, I don't have a bad opinion about my knee because it hurts occasionally. Knees are complicated systems. Of course they're going to hurt. I took one of those personality tests on Facebook the other day, so you know it has to be true. And it scored me super high, like 95, 96% on complexity and sensitivity. Like, welcome to my world. Overfeeling, overcomplicating, and overthinking. Cheers. Luckily, I also scored high on rationality. So I think that might save me. But, you know, your life and your physical expression can be your art project. So yeah, Shelley, I think we embrace this for the opportunity it is. We don't rush to a conclusion. There isn't a conclusion. We don't rush to the lesson. We don't know the lesson. We don't rush to diagnosis. You know, our desire to make a story out of everything. Oh, this must mean this. This must mean this. I must be having this because of that. You know, maybe, maybe not. Sometimes shit just happens. So yeah, but I know it can be annoying and mysterious when things are happening that we don't know why, and especially when it feels like old stuff that's coming up. Um, but you know, the perfectly physically healthy are not more spiritually evolved than you are. That's the belief I want to. That's the thing I want to prize out of that, is that there's not, yeah, this belief that, like, if I'm unwell, that must mean I'm not thinking properly, or I'm not doing this life thing right. Because if I were doing it right, I wouldn't have this circumstance or this disability or this illness or these symptoms or this mystery or this whatever, this what a perceived absence in my life. And that's just not true. Again, we say yes to reality. We say yes to what's unfolding right now. So yay. Yay, mysterious symptoms. Thank goodness you're having mysterious symptoms so we can all talk about this right now. Thank you for sacrificing your mysterious symptoms so that we can all poke at it. Because your heart is perfectly strong, Shelley. I can feel it from here. Like, I can practically feel your heartbeat from here. Like, your vitality, your life force is very strong. And if any of you in this circle feel like your life force is not that strong, tap into Shelley's. Put your life force in the center of the circle. Feel it. Like a flower yearning to the sun. Like, there's so much strength and hunger there. There's a brightness and a quickness. And when mothers say that the baby quickens, right? When they start to feel the baby in the womb, there's a quickening. And that quickening stays with us our whole lives, I think. There's a poem that's translated by Robert Bly from Kabir. It's the Bijak of Kabir. And he says something like, you sense that there was a radiance given to you in your mother's womb. Is it logical that you would be walking around totally abandoned now? There was a radiance that was given to you in your mother's womb. Is it logical that you would be walking around totally abandoned now? No, the radiance is still with you. Later on in that same poem, he said, I can't remember what sets it up, but then the line is, and that's why everything you do has some weird failure in it. It's so good. It's so good. I love that poem. Oh, let's see. We have some new messages. Let me just see on Facebook too. There's Blissum. Hi, Blissum. Nice to see you. If any of you on Facebook have anything you want to share or get prayed on, I'm happy to include you as well. Let's see. Okay, Lynn says, I have finally sent out my scariest and most difficult work. Would you pray that all our work finds the proper place to land, that it will find the audience it needs and who needs it? Thanks. Sure. Juicy, Lynn. Good for you. Sending out scary and difficult work. Good for you. Dude, that's amazing. I'm so excited. Oh, this is like, I want to do like a circle dance. So right, like customer dancing or something. Like I wanted to have like a big dun, 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 like yes. So together, let's put our scary and difficult work into the center. The things you think no one will ever want. No one can ever see this part of you. It's so weird and wrong. Oh no. And now you've turned it into art and you're letting it loose in the world. Oh no, what's gonna happen? Oh, it's so impolite, this work. It says the things we're not supposed to say. We might disappoint someone with this work. Someone might have a feeling about this work. Someone might have an opinion about this work. Someone might be healed by this work. Somebody's world might be rocked to the core by this work. We remember when we were rocked to the core by somebody's work. We remember the first time we looked at it and said, can you do that? Is that legal? Is that allowed? Is that much openness, that much truth, that much power, that much rhythm, that much violence, that much sex? Is that real? Can people do that publicly? And the answer is yes. If it is art, they can. If it is art, they can. This is why God gave us art. This is why art is our thing, is because our stories are what heal. So your work has already found its perfect audience. There is no wrong audience. Everyone who participates is the perfect audience. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they love it. The moment of birthing art, the moment, the transitions of art from, and when I say art, I mean anything, any creative project, anything, you have an idea and it sort of descends, like it arrives, and sometimes it arrives whole. You've had that experience, I'm sure, where it just like gets delivered like a whole thing. And those you got to get out into the world as quickly as possible. Like, don't refuse the delivery. When you get the download, just get it, capture it, get it down on paper or film or whatever, and then get it out into the world, because that's the express overnight delivery. Don't mess around with the timing on that. It's my big fat opinion, but there you go. Others take more time, they need to stay in the rock tumbler for a long time. They need to combine with other things. They need a moment. They need your strength. They need a cultural moment. They need somebody else. They need, who knows why some things take longer than others. And they come out and they're their own self. This piece is its own self, separate from you, connected to you, but separate from you. So we let it out into the breathing world, and it changes. It's different than it was inside of our mind. And then somebody else interacts with it, and they're different, and the project's different, and now your feeling about the project is different because that person's feeling was different, and you're changed. This is how art changes us. This is how art changes the world. This is why the only thing that ever changed the world is a new story. A new story. Tell us a new story. Tell us a new story. Amen. Good on you, Lynn. Shelley says, thank you for your lovely insights. My pleasure. My pleasure. Look on Facebook. Y'all on Facebook are being very quiet this morning. It's all right. No pressure. Okay. Patricia says, that was great. Good. I'm glad. Let's see. A concern for self and all others here is that what we believe, agree, are sure when we are all together here. I love these calls. I tap and use my colored pens when here. My goal is to intend and actually take this energy with me. The Power of Eight is a great example of what's possible by Lynn McTaggart, who's also on YouTube, I think. Oh, good. You should look for Lynn McTaggart. She's great. These sessions really do matter. We are gathered and our energy is connected, and I will do my best to come back to this time together when needed. Yeah. This isn't happening just right now. This can happen all day. And really that's our challenge, right? And it's one of the places that I think people who are interested in spiritual development or personal development, where we let ourselves down, is we love the feeling when we're on the retreat, in church, in the prayer time, in the studio, like we're all about it. And then we get in line at the CVS and all hell breaks loose. We're judgy and imperious and self-righteous, and like we just lose every bit of human compassion for ourselves, and everyone else just goes right out the window, like we had never heard of compassion, right? And not really. You guys are nice people, you know. But it's amazing how quickly, I think a friend of mine who went on a silent Buddhist retreat with her brother. So the two of them had been in this silent thing, just like having these deep meditative experiences. They're driving away from the meditation center, and they had just turned out of the driveway, and they immediately began a screaming match with each other. Where does it go? Why are we so willing to put it down? What would it mean about you if you walked around the world with this knowing all the time? I don't know about you, but I remember when I first read Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle's book, like I could only read a paragraph or two at a time because it kind of melted my face off. You know, you're like, oh, so really all that there is right now? Really, for reals? All there is right now? So all my big fat opinions about what's happened in the past is nothing, and all my big fat opinions about what I think is going to happen in the future is nothing? And time isn't really time, and my identity isn't really what I think it is? And like now the walls start to melt a little bit. You're like, oh, what would that look like if we just refused to engage with the idea that we're not doing this right? I mean, we're sitting in this moment, right? We have enough money to be here. We have enough food to be here. We have enough faith in the future to be here. We have enough creative juice to be here. now. We have enough health to be here. Why would we have more than what we need right now? You don't have any more than you need right now because you don't need it. This is it. I read in the paper this morning about that pedestrian bridge in Florida that collapsed, and it seems like it's killed 6 people. And I think, wow, you're in your car, you're running an errand, you have a meeting, it's around a college campus, maybe you got a paper due, or you're on your way to teach a class. Like, you're thinking, you're like, oh, my shoe itches. Oh, I wonder where we're going to go for Christmas vacation. You're just like in the middle of your life, and a bridge collapses on you and you die. I don't mean to laugh. It's not funny. But it's so likely. I think about it all the time. Like, if life were snatched from me in this very moment, which is almost more likely than not, where am I? What have I been doing? Where is my heart? Where has my attention been? Have I been thinking about small things? Have I been caught up in jealousy or recriminations or old ideas or old stories about who I thought I was or was supposed to be? Or am I really in each moment, giving what I have to give, showing up where I can show up, being as real and sensitive and complex and rational as I can be in every moment, so that when a bridge falls on my head, I can say, this was great. Thanks, life. See you on the other side. My energy transmute and my body feeds the soil. Bye. So yeah, take it with you. You'll freak people out. They're not going to expect it from you. Well, they might not be surprised it's you, but you know what I mean. I have a friend who says when he travels, it is his sole purpose during the time he's at the airport and on the plane to be a source of light and love for everyone he comes in contact with. Like, he considers it his mission. It's his Christian mission. He's a Christian. No judgment, whatever. He's a Christian. And he says, it is his stated purpose to be Jesus for every single person he meets. Like, can he make the person behind the reservations desk happy that they're there? Can he, be a gift to the people around him? Which, considering the mood that most people are in when they fly, I think is a really radical stance. It's quite saintly work. So how about you? Can you be a light for the people around you today? Let's see. Lynn says, thank you, Sam. My pleasure. Mariah says, that's right. Thanks, life. That was great. By the way, I love the chair. Is it new? Kind of. This chair came to me from my father. It was one of his favorite pieces. And he decided recently that he was over it. So he sent it to me in a giant box. And yeah, it's really great. I love the way it looks on camera. And I love having something of my dad's in my house. It was really sweet of him to send it. I should tell. People comment on it pretty regularly. I might have to remember to tell him. He'll be thrilled. Good. All right. Anything else anybody wants to say or share or bring up? Anybody on Facebook? Good. Shelly says, you sharing this about those dear people on the bridge. I think they were mostly under the bridge, but yes. My first thought is, why wait to be happy? Why not be happy now? Thank you for sharing that. Well, exactly. There is no happiness in the future. There is only happiness now. And again, it's that should thing. It'll ruin it. It's the party pooper of all party poopers. This should be different. No, it shouldn't. Clearly, it can't be, because it isn't. How do we know it shouldn't be different? Because it isn't different. How do we know that what's happening is what's supposed to be happening? Because it's what's happening. But check your reality too, you know? Sometimes we think things are happening that aren't. Sometimes we have stories about what's happening that aren't true. Good. All right. Well, if you all feel complete, then I feel complete. Let's do one more round of breathing to close out this circle. I hope wherever you go today, you bring the seed of this, the light of this, the comfort and the knowing of this, the relaxation and the openness of this, the friendliness, the uncertainty, the curiosity, and the community. You're not alone. I mean, you're alone in here, but you're not alone out here. Don't let yourself believe any lies. You're enough. You're perfect. All the happiness you need is right here. All the love you need is right here. So we'll inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for doing this with me. Have a beautiful day, everybody.